तो इसके अंदर क्या है, डिलीट दिस, या तो इसके अंदर क्या है, यू डिफाइन योर होल सेट ऑफ जर्नी, जहां पे स्टार्ट हो रहा है एंड जहां पे खत्म हो रहा है, द फाइनल गोल, इनटू into different milestones. Those milestones can be different actions as well. इस केस में वो सारे के सारे actions हैं. And for each action there would be a set of tasks, there would be a set of feelings, and there would be some improvement opportunities at the end of the day. That is the analysis of it. Make sense? And this is the emotions that a person goes through for each stage. So this is at the level of user testing कि तुमने एक प्रोटोटाइप बनाया, very basic, it can be a very basic prototype, it can also be the final prototype, but you get back to your users with that prototype, just fill this up and try and map a user journey. ठीक है? And then you मतलब looking at these improvement opportunities, make changes to it, get back to your users, and then fill this up. उसके बाद compare it with how close it is to something which is an ideal situation. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is very basic of user journey mapping. So this is a very later stage again. इससे पहले you would have to get to know your users. पूरा सब कुछ होने से पहले, डिजाइन होने से भी पहले, you would have to get to know your users. This is where user personas came into being. A user persona is basically this form जहां पे you talk to your users, fill this one, यहाँ पे you define who they are, a summary about them, how would you rate their personality, then what are their interests, what are their motivations. ये मतलब बार बार बात करके ही पता लगेगा. ठीक है? Now you compare this with an ideal persona which you would also prepare, which is your ideal user. Because ekdam se you would not be able to find those set of people who are your ideal users or closest to ideal. So you again need to keep going back to your users. इस केस के अंदर भी. Make sense?
Yeah, matlab you have to keep basically testing the prototypes, right? Like whatever. I mean, you test out one prototype and then they complain whatever is not right, and then you change it, and then you keep
They would
making
not
the
see
process
again.
right.
The whole point of this is nobody complains.
Okay.
इसके अंदर there are no complaints.
Okay.
इसके अंदर there are just improvement opportunities based upon these things. What is the
Okay.
user feeling at that point?
Okay.
This is very intimate as compared to just a complaint.
Okay. Right. Right.
This is much more personal as compared to a complaint. You're getting a lot more information out of them. मतलब unconsciously उनके unconsciously, but yeah, it is for good. तो इसके बाद there is also another step which is called empathy mapping. Now empathy mapping, again a part of user persona he, but it has certain set of options that you need to fill. So empathy map would tell you, again center में user, center के अंदर you would place your user persona. You would start filling up what your user says about your prototype. What does the user think about your prototype? What does the user feel at that moment while going through the user journey? and does would contain all the actions. Again, a certain inform as मतलब a पूरा summarized information of both of these. तो सबको कंबाइन करके यू वुड नेम इट एन एम्पथी मैप. तो अब पूरा का पूरा प्रोसेस जो द होल डिजाइन प्रोसेस दैट द होल जर्नी दैट आई टुक यू थ्रू इस सेशन के अंदर अभी, इट इज ऑल्सो नेम्ड एज ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक डिजाइन, because your or user centric design, because your user is at the center of every process and every step in your design process.